Hi, beautiful friends.
Hi.
What you guys up to?
Just knitting, you know?
Just kidding. Yeah.
I feel like it's been forever, because it really has, though.
It has been. Happy New Year to everybody that's watching. 2020.
21.
Almost a month later. Happy New Year!
To be fair, we've recorded 2 other episodes that didn't make it onto the podcast, so we haven't just been dragging our ads, but we also have.
It's hard. It's hard to, like, work around everyone's schedule and stuff to make these work. But we want to make them work, so there might be gaps sometimes when we have technical issues.
So welcome back. This is episode in this, Michael?
This is episode 5 of the 3 Bad Stitches podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Michael. I'm from Indiana, and you can find me on Instagram at Michael Sean.
I'm Gavi. I'm from Texas. Okay, I'm from Austin, Texas. You can find me at Gavriella Makes on Instagrams.
And I'm Yesenia, and I am from Illinois, a little outside of Indiana. We're not too far, me and Michael. And I am Senia Studio on Instagram. I forgot who I was. I forgot what I'm like, who am I?
No one else did, girl. No one else forgot, especially after that reel you posted the other day. It was spicy.
That was spicy. It was really good. I'm not gonna lie, I purposely didn't show Cortland because it was a little spicy. I was like, okay, girl, I see.
I showed Coda. I was like, Coda, that's my friend. That is my friend.
It was really interesting because I don't know how the heck, like, some of my family, I had some cousins and stuff like that reel, and I'm like, I don't even think they know I have like a knitting crochet Instagram. So for them to see it, I was like, how do they know? How do they know that I have this? Oh,
how would they know? Okay, I'm starting to quote TikToks now. I need to stop watching so many TikToks.
Oh my God.
How would they know?
Our group chat is literally filled with TikToks from YouTube.
Yeah.
I have to like, what?
They're so addicting to watch, especially when you and Michael send like all these hilarious ones, and I'm over here just laughing, and then my dumbass thinks that I found a fresh new TikTok, and then Gabby's like, Michael sent that. I'm like, crap, I just want to find one good one that nobody's seen. But
one time,
no,
and I will never live it down.
She did it again.
I did 2 times.
So anyway, yeah, welcome to episode 5. We start out with whips, right? No, we start out with FOs. Gabby, what you got?
Okay, I'm just gonna show y'all. I didn't want to show y'all, but I was gonna actually try to finish it here on the podcast. So let me get through this row. Hold on. Okay, that's all right. I'll just show you. Okay, so I've been testing this for Park, and I asked her if I could have a little bit more time. And she was like, yeah, I'm not even looking at him until Monday. So I was like, thank God, because it's raining. So I'm not able to get like pictures and stuff. And I've been a little bit dragging my ass, especially because I was going to get it done that night. And then she was like, oh, take your time. You have until Monday. And I was like, okay. So now look, but I'm making this little sweater for my son. It's so cute.
Oh my gosh, I love that, like, fade into a marl. Like, that's so good.
Yeah, I was hoping to have the marling a little bit better, but I didn't really consider that a normal marled yarn is like twisted. So it's coming out how it's coming out, which I don't hate it. It actually is looking like a little bit more pronounced, the blocks on camera, but in person, I think it's a pretty good fade. I like it.
It's very unique. I love it.
Yeah. I think I thought marling technically is holding 2 yarns together. So, I mean, this technically is marling, though, Gabby.
Oh.
You're holding 2 strands. Like, the yarn that I was using for my shawl, like, it's pre-marled. So, of course, it looks like this. But yours, if you do handmade marl, which Park is known for, doing a lot of holding scraps together, that's marling. So, you still did it. It's cute. I like it.
Yeah, because this is another scrappy project. And man, if you follow that hashtag, this is the Larkin Knit, by the way, by Parkin Knit. Larkin Knit. It's named after her niece. But anyway, I wanted to share 2 things. Is that this is a scrappy project. It's just You know, me and my color palettes and stuff. I didn't have a lot, and I didn't also want to like have the issue where I didn't know if I was going to get gauge on the second like skein and stuff like that. So I just went ahead and just chose 2 yarns. And so they're actually acrylic because it's for a 2-year-old, so it's going to get dirty. I need to be able to throw it in the wash.
Absolutely.
And then also, I think someone recently changed their name to Larkin Spur, I believe, and that was it used to be my friend Lindsay from, I think it was Lost and Fond before. I'm sorry, I'm probably messing those up, but
I was wondering what happened to her account. I was searching for her the other day.
yeah, she changed her name to Larkin Spur, and I would look it up, but I'm podcasting on my phone. But she also shared a tip when she renamed I'm Drinking Chocolate Milk.
Mm.
That something about the Larkin Spur is like poisonous to all like animals except for sheep, which I thought was really interesting. You know, so it like ties it back into like wool, and I was like, "What? That's really crazy."
That's fascinating.
So
Yeah,
is
I bet people.
Larkin a parasite or what is it?
No, it's a plant.
Oh.
So it's like a poison.
Oh.
It has poison.
I bet people in the comments are gonna be like, "Oh my god, that's not true." Blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah.
they're
And
gonna
this
be
is
like,
called.
wait a minute.
Abby out like correction, pull up the receipts. Girl, you made that up. It's not even real.
Oh my god! At the end of the year, we need to have just like a sequence of my facts, and then like the real fact. Anyway, Yesenia, what do you got?
We're doing finished objects, right?
Yep.
So I have 3, but I'll just do one at a time. The first one that I have is my Huxley mitts.
So cute.
A white owl crochet. I tested this for her. I used I'm gonna put it on. I used wool that I got in Canada when I went to our Maker Life, and then the weaves are like calling me out right now. So the weaves are real. But I just tuck them in like this because they'll never know. They'll never know.
How are they done?
But I love this. It's twisted ribbing here. I think she has 3 sizes, and I did a brown, and then this like, what color is this? Like, is it yellow, green?
I call it mustard.
So I really like it. They were really quick to make, and yeah, these are. I don't have the yarn with me, sorry, but they're on my Instagram if you're interested in what yarn I use. So yeah, I made the Huxley, right? Michael looks like
yeah.
Huxley mitts.
I love those. They're so simple and so cute. I really like them. And that's what like she's kind of known for, is for like super simple patterns, which everybody needs a simple pattern. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She nails it.
I also have Huxley mitts.
Woo!
I got the pattern as soon as she like put it out. And I wanted some, like I was telling you guys, like I've been wanting fingerless mitts for a minute now. And as soon as she put that pattern out and I saw it was worsted weight, I was like, hell yeah, those will knit up super quick. So I knit mine, and this is Red Heart yarn, you guys.
That's my favorite one. I think it's the tweed. So
I have some too.
What?
Like
I have some too.
I started knitting these up, and I was like, okay, Red Heart, like, because I'm trying to get rid of like all of the Red Heart that my family gifts me, because you know they just go to Walmart and they buy something they think is pretty, and I was like, okay. These ones are Codas, and they're Gryffindor inspired, a little burgundy and gold going on. I think these are Lion Brand Woolies. I think that's
those are so cute. And now I get to mush on Michael now about his reel. If you have his reel is so cute. It's with him and his fiance, and Michael is just like the real king. I love the things he comes up with. They're so fresh. So check out his page because his reel is so cute. And they're with those.
Coda almost didn't do it. He refused it first. And I was like, Coda. And he's like, what? I don't want to show my face on your Instagram. And I was like, why? Everybody loves your face on my Instagram. And I was like, okay, so how about you don't have to show your face? And he was like, okay, fine. And then he laughed and had fun the entire time we were making that video.
Maybe you open doors up, Michael. This is just the beginning of really cute reels from the both of you guys. I cannot wait.
I'm trying to get him to recreate one of my photos from Instagram. I'm trying to get it to.
Which one?
I don't know yet. I want one that has like a really deep smize on it. Like
I think Coda has those eyes that when he already smiles, I feel like he has really good smize.
Yeah.
Even though he's smiling, but I still feel like he has like really good smiley eyes.
He's cute. I think that's why your picture from Christmas blew up, because it had you and all your girls on it, your dogs, and him, like so cute, and everybody loved it. I'm like, he needs to show his face more. He's adorable.
Yeah, that one got a lot of likes. It was like almost 900. I was like, what?
Sheesh. Popular.
Yeah, they want Coda on there more than they want me on there.
I was gonna say I wouldn't mind seeing Coda's face a little bit more on your Instagrams.
I'll relay the message. We'll see what he says.
I love it. Did you have anything else, Abby?
I don't know if I showed this last time. I'll just show it really briefly. I finished my Rose and Honey, and this pattern's actually already out. You probably can't see it that well because it's kind of groggy outside, but here it is.
Heart eyes, all the heart eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna admit this right now. This is my first real shawl that I've ever made, and I wear this thing literally right before the podcast. I had to send my husband to go get it out of the car because every time we leave, I wear it. It's just soft as, like,
I could
so
only
soft. It's crazy.
It's so soft. It's so squishy. I didn't bring mine on here because, like, I had to put it aside because, girl, you know I signed up for too many tests. But I like that project because it's just so, like, soothing, and it's my first mohair project. So I'm excited. It's really soft.
It's legit just like freaking hug. I'm so dramatic. I take it to like my dad's house. My sisters are like, okay, Gabby, we get it. And I'll be like, can you pass me my shawl?
You're so cute.
That's all.
Can you pass me my shawl? You got anything else, Cindy?
I have more, and that's it. The next one is actually crochet mitts that I did for all the crocheters. These are from Tessa, my girl Tessa at TZ Designs. I love her. She's so sweet, and her designs are so beautiful. These are crochet fingerless mitts. And
I love them.
The construction of these are so good. She has on the pattern, it's worsted weight. She has that it's intermediate advanced, but I think if you're an advanced beginner and you're ambitious, you can definitely make these. I crochet pretty fast, so I made these like in a day and a half. But they're definitely fun. They're granny squares. I don't know if you can see. So I have two colors here. I was gonna say,
kind of look like granny squares, and I'm in love with that.
Yeah, the colors you use are just like really, really good. What are they?
So this is Montana crochet yarn from Ashley, and this one's Nebula, and this one I cannot find the name of it, but if I can find it, I'll let you guys know. I still have a lot of yarn left. I could probably make a hat or something with this. There's so much in here. And the pattern is the Cascade Cafe mitts. So if you're interested, they're coming out. By the time this podcast comes out, they'll come out Friday of next week. So they'll be out. And I'll make another post. But
I can't believe.
Nebula.
What?
I was just saying that I was obsessed with that Nebula.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like our best seller.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how I didn't assume that those were Montana crochet colors, because they basically are her in like skeins. Like she has like a very distinct like color palette, even when she's mixing completely different colors. Like you can tell like when it's her yarn. It's very deep. All the colors are very saturated.
They're like super rustic. I love like, everything about her brand.
She just an update, and I had to like get on my knees and pray and have all the like strength in my body to like not buy yarn, because my goal this year is to use at least like 50 to 80% of my stash, and I know that's a big number, but so far I did it. These yarns that I used for these mitts were in my stash, so all I actually do was stash yarn. So
proud of you.
Good job. I'm proud of you too.
I don't have any more FOs, so.
I got. If Gabby doesn't have anything, I'll just show my last one. Do you have one?
Oh, I have half of one. Speaking of fingerless mitts, y'all.
We love hoes.
Is this just a fingerless mitt episode or something? Because we're all talking about fingerless mitts.
I love them.
Look at it.
They're so good. They're so you. Girl, I know some these. So cute.
Can you get close up with those chevrons?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, so these are actually why is my hand ashy on the corner? I don't know. But these are like what is it called? Like a sister pattern to my rosewood socks. And these are the River's End mitts. And I wanted to make them in a construction where you didn't have to like do any kind of extra thumb stuff. So it's all just like, you just need your needles and that's it. Like you don't have to like put anything on scrap yarn, pick up any stitches. It's very beginner friendly. And also,
love that.
Cute. Thank you.
Ooh, I'm curious now. I wish I was picked to be a tester. I didn't get picked. Maybe because I didn't
apply.
Maybe because I made 2 other.
You didn't even apply, actually. I actually pulled up my testing list and I was like, oh, none of my friends applied.
Oh, so you hear that, Michael? You're not even our friend and you're testing.
He didn't apply.
I didn't apply. I wanted to apply, but I wasn't confident that I could make her deadline. This is a lesson for all of you people listening. Do not apply for something if you're not 100% sure about the deadline.
Yeah.
Then Gabby reached out to me and she was like, hey, like, no pressure. I need an extra tester for the Excel. And I was like, girl, I got you. I don't think I could fully commit, but I can at least do one glove for you to test it. So.
And I just want to confirm that I said none of my friends applied, but I was really just calling y'all 2 out. Because I did actually get some friends who applied and were picked.
Better friends than us, Yesenia.
I mean, I don't blame her. There's way better people than us too, Michael. So she has some good testers.
I feel like Yesenia's gonna chew me out after this. Like, don't you call me out, girl?
Is Sunny there?
Yeah.
Okay, you got good testers.
What did he say?
I asked
he
if Sunny
asked
was in there.
Sunny. He asked if Sunny was in the testing group.
Oh yeah, I like Sunny. She's gonna cut it. I have one more finished object. I finished it. I don't even know if I showed this on the last podcast, but this is the cowl that I made, the crochet cowl that, I don't know if I'll put it on, but it's the crochet cowl from Evolve Crochet, and I use scrap yarn for this, so it goes in and crunches up and it's still warm, and it's crochet. Did I say that? I forget what it's called, but it has some puff stitch, and I use 2 different colors. And the yarn that I used is from Harbor Fibers, and it's scrap. So this is all I have left. And this one is like, I think it's Baracco yarn, but this is Harbor.
I'm just gonna say I'm really shook because I had no idea you were making that. Like, you're just like, I have this, this, and this.
This was actually, I think in our last podcast, I was working on it, but we had technical difficulties with it. And then I did a flat lay picture on my Instagram where it's like being worked up. So
I honestly thought that you just like recycled a photo or something. I guess I didn't read the caption because I had no idea, and I guess I'm the bad friend now. I'm sorry.
Let's make this clear to everybody that's watching. I do not recycle pictures. I like to post in real time. I don't recycle pictures because I feel like they have to post them. So they'll put up another picture, then I'll be like, I've already seen that. Like, if you do it, good for you, but I'm just not. That's not me. So this is not a recycled picture. This is I don't know why I forgot what this pattern was called, but I'll figure it out and then I'll let you guys know. But it's on my Instagrams.
It's beautiful. Is
Thank
that
you.
Tunisian?
No, I don't do Tunisian crochet. I don't really know how. I know. I don't really.
About this.
Look at the ribbing here. I like it. The way they picked it up. Wait, the way they picked up the ribbing. It's really cute.
Clean. That's really clean.
It's really good. It's a little more time consuming, but I like it. The look of it's way better than a normal crochet ribbing. But those are
it's a knit ribbing. So it's a knit ribbing.
No, you know how when you do a band, a knitted band on a sweater, you pick up the stitches really tedious. Like you have to go around with a circular needle, pick up. It's kind of like that. You're picking up as you go. So it's more time consuming. Some people do like a ribbing and then they join afterwards. Like this one, you're going as you're working it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. I really like it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Me and Gavi are still like, crochet is a mystery to us. We don't really know how y'all do what you do. Like ribbing. I have no idea how ribbing is done in crochet.
And those side stitches like that. Do you know how long this one side stitch took on this one? This took a while. And like you have like a whole bunch of them.
And I don't know, was it you, Gabby, that was talking the other day about like people like knitted stuff in the winter and then there's a lot more crochet summery things?
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel like that. There's now coming a lot more patterns like, I forget what it's called, but it's like that lacy crop top that's made on like size 10 needles and like fingering weight. Everybody's wearing it. The ranunculus, like that's a really pretty spring summer one. I want to make that one. There's a lot. The ripple bralette, like Jessie May has a lot of good summery knits though. Her stuff is.
I mean, I guess so. I was thinking more along the lines of like Texas summer, like even those things would be really hot to wear. You know what I mean?
Knitting Tipsy, she has quite a few good summery
Yeah.
tops.
She's coming out with one that I'm excited to see. I told her I would test.
It's so good.
I'm excited.
It's really good. I love her pictures of it, and I love that it's like a cropped, not tight crop top.
Yes.
I could totally see.
Yeah, in the summer, you don't want to have like things that are tight on your body. You know, in Texas to get hot, you're like, oh, I don't want all this stuff on my body.
When is she having the testing call for that? Because now I'm getting like a craving to make like one of those crop tops.
She's currently, we were just talking about it on Polo the other day. She's currently like writing it all down. So I think it'll be maybe like a week or two before the tester call.
Exciting. I should be able to do it. So I think that's all for finished objects. Michael, are you working on anything? Do you have any whips?
Sure am, ma'am.
Woohoo! I cannot wait. I feel like Michael and I probably have similar whips, which I'm so excited about.
I only brought 2 of them. I've got like 12, but you know.
We're only mentioning the active whips.
Active whips only.
Okay. My intertwined sock.
Oh my gosh, you got so far. And oh my God, it's beautiful.
It's taken a lot of time. Like,
oh my God.
So here we are.
It's gorgeous.
I really like the way it's turning out. I love this heel. It's like a honeycomb looking heel.
I think it's a partridge heel, no?
We're both like, we don't know.
We're not sock knitters. We're not sock knitters.
We're amateur.
I was accidentally thrown into the damn knit-along, so I have no idea.
You need to tell everybody the story after you talk about the yarn. Tell everybody what happened, okay?
So the yarn is, this is some kind of brown Amazon yarn. Like it's alpaca, wool, something. I can't even remember the name of it, but and then this is from the Red Pansy. She's like one of my top 3 favorite yarn dyers. Like,
we know you talk about her all the time. I love it.
She's
everything
like,
you've shown has been so good, so I see why.
And her, like, just her herself, she's just preciousness. She's preciousness. I adore her. So yeah, I accidentally got put into this knit along because I was bait and switched. That's what happened to me. I was looking through a story, thought to thread. His name is Tyler, thought to thread, posted in his stories. He was like, me and Yesenia are having a cast on party on Zoom. Put your Instagram name into the box if you want to be included. And I was like, hell yeah, I want to like talk with you guys and just cast out a new project. And so
Even he has like 12 other whips.
yeah. So I put my name in, and then like 20 minutes later, I get added to 2 groups that are named intertwined sock knit along. And I'm like, what's going on? And I see Yesenia said something, and then Tyler was like, oops, adding people to the wrong group. And I got removed from one of them. And so I went to the other one to see what was going on. And they're like, yeah, we're casting on our socks tonight. Y'all go get the pattern. And here's a link for yarn. And I was like, what? I'm a knit along? This is not what I signed up for. And I went to Marco Polo and I was like, Yesenia, what's going on?
It was so hilarious. But the funny thing is too, and I'm so proud of Michael though, he didn't like back out. He was like, I'm too deep in now. I'm going all the way. I already committed. But him and Corinne from Rin Knits also was mistaken. And they were both not planning to make these socks. They just wanted to like cast on and knit on a Zoom because it's been a while apparently, like to like talk to people. And so she was like, I'm with Michael. What did I get myself into? So they both did stash diving, found yarn, and they're a lot farther than me, but they're doing such a good job. Did you do your fit test yet? Did you try them on?
Yes, I did. I'm not super confident that they're going to fit well. I had to make a lot of adjustments because my size wasn't actually in the pattern. So I had to make some adjustments. We'll see if it ends up fitting, but
it looks good. I guess I'll piggyback off of your whip because my whip is similar.
Go for it.
It's in my Sweet Lou Snuggles bag. It's my new bag from Bridget.
She's always in here. Look at my new Sweet Lou Snuggles bag.
Look at her tag. It's so cute. She has a bunch of bulldogs and bullies. So her logo is a bully dog with knitting needles. It's so cute. She is so talented. So this was on her latest update and it came to my house in like 2 days. This is where my latest project is in. You know me. I love planty stuff. So I got some like planty related fabric, and then it has this color, which I think of Gabby when I see this color, this nude leather strap. But like her on her bags, they're so well made and they're roomy. This is faux leather, and then there's pockets in here to like, oh, let me show you guys. There's pockets in here to stick your pattern and your phone or whatever you need. So in here I have my intertwined socks. This is from Bloom Creates, Emma. I don't know if Michael mentioned that, but I'm using fingering yarn. I have these little stoppers that Gabby gave me for my birthday last year, and they're coming in handy. She also gave me these needles, which also came in handy because I don't make socks. So look at this, you guys. I think the color work is okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
But this is the color work. It looks a little big, but I think that's fine, right? I don't know.
Well, it goes like halfway up your calf, so it would look a little large.
Yeah.
This is the yarn I'm using. This one is from Gabby's holiday collection last December, the little mini skeins. I don't know the name of this pink one. Maybe you know, Gabby, this pink one?
I didn't name it. That's what I was trying to tell you on the live. I didn't name it. The collection that it came with, it was Sweater Weather Collection number 2.
Oh, so this is
that's what it is.
This is a sample. And then this is the green that I got. The green is actually here. Okay. I got one already skeined up. It has like this orange coming in it. Like, look at this. So I have two, but I think one skein's going to get for both of them.
I'm shooketh. I'm shooketh.
It's from this place. It's called Maruma Yarns, and I think it's based out in Latvia or something like that. But this is the cute label, and that's the 2 yarns that I'm using for my socks. And I'm excited. I think I have only a few more rows to do for the color work, and then I do, I don't know the name. Michael knows more, Gabby. But, you know, the rest of the sock, I don't know.
Oh, the heel?
I don't know what it's called.
I actually have a picture. Michael might put a picture below, but I'll show you guys really quick. This is
Yesenia. Yesenia and her printed patterns. I love it.
I know.
Confession, the only reason I love a good printed pattern because I tried just using my phone or like a tablet and then I lose my spot and I get mad and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know where I'm at. I like to physically write and highlight on my patterns. Comment below if you're the same way, if you rather just look on your phone or tablet or you like a printed pattern. I'm curious to know who's with me, but I like printed. 2, I do it on my company printer. So when I'm at work, I'll print on my lunch break and I'm like, color, yes, please. And then I'll print it.
She even springs for color.
I just want to say that I stopped using printout patterns to save the environment because of paper, you know? But then the more and more I get like to be friends with Yesenia, I become her and I print my patterns now.
She's an infection.
But okay,
Literally?
so my company uses recycled paper, which I love. Company does, so a lot of the paper they use is already recycled. Also, our company has like this blue recycling bin that's locked, so nobody can go in there because we have like a lot of confidential, like, we can't have people like going through the trash. So like if a pattern is like done with a pattern or I no longer use it, I stick it in there. So they shred it and recycle it. So I do that. I recycle my patterns. A lot of my patterns that I would make more than once, I have a binder. Maybe next time I'll bring it on the podcast and show you guys how I store my patterns. But I stick them all in and I store them and I save them if I want to make them again. And it has like my notes and stuff. So
That's so cute. That's so cute. I feel like that's what people do with like their recipe cards. Okay, tonight we're gonna make meatloaf.
That's me.
I love that.
I just use the highlighter on my phone. Like I edit and highlight where I am and then I stop. But y'all make me want to print. This is bad.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I get on my phone, like because I also still use Knit Companion, especially if I like one of my kids tore up my pattern right before we left. I still use Knit Companion and it allows you, if you just hold down, it'll save that spot. So even when you close the app, reopen it, it like saves exactly how you had it open. And if you just want to move, all you have to do is click the new spot and it makes like a noise. It goes beep. So Knit Companion's also really good if anybody's interested.
Yeah, that's a good tip. For me too, though, I look at a computer all the time at work. The last thing I want to do is also sit on my phone and look at another pattern. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
it's just...
Sorry, the second thing I was just gonna say is that another reason I like that you do the paper thing and that I'm glad I like took on to that is because sometimes I'll get on to look at my pattern and end up on Instagram and then I'm not knitting for a whole hour, you know? So I do like the paper thing because I could just put my phone in my room or not have to worry about it, and I have my pattern still. So
75 years later.
Hi, everyone. It is now a couple days later. We got interrupted. My parents came over unexpectedly, so we had to stop, and then everybody got busy, so we couldn't pick up. So here we are a couple days later to finish off the podcast. You guys are looking fine, as usual.
Thank you.
So, we're just going to kind of move into some other topics that we wanted to talk about. We pretty much covered all of our knitting in the last one. So we wanted to talk a little bit about the Bernie Sanders situation that's happening in the knitting community. So if you guys are not caught up on what has been happening, there is a designer that is using the design from Bernie's mittens, that famous photo where he's in the chair. I'll probably put it somewhere around here. But there's there's people that would like to use that like that color chart on a sweater. So there's a designer with a big name that is wanting to put it onto a sweater for us to knit. And there's some people that aren't they're not so happy about the situation because the designer in question, she kind of wanted to step back whenever politics were in a dark place with a lot of turmoil between people. Now that something positive is in the spotlight of politics at the moment, she has stepped forward and wants to be a part of it. So the community is really talking about whether or not it's okay to just step forward into politics whenever something good is happening or something fun. So what are your guys' thoughts on this situation? Is it okay that a designer is stepping forward now to be a part of politics when it's fun?
Okay, so this is how I feel. This is kind of awkward to talk about. I'm like,
it's our first controversial subject.
I know. So I was actually just talking to someone about this, and I find that, for one, once someone messes up, it's really hard for them to come back in the first place. And I don't always feel like that's okay. I feel like the whole point of like the whole battle is to make change. You know what I mean? So I go back and I check on accounts and stuff when I know someone's been like canceled. You know, for myself, I'm not like going to go declare, oh, look what this person's done, you know?
Right.
But I definitely think that there's always room for change. And I feel like people lose sight of that and they just stick to how one person messed up and why, like, no matter like what they do now, it's going to be another mess up and another mess up. And this is not even specifically on the situation. It's just also how I feel about the situation as well. But I feel like we have to open up our minds to make that room for change, to accept it when it does start to happen. And the designer we're talking about, we're not going to name her. Everybody knows what we're talking about. But, or if you don't, I'm sorry. Maybe we're not telling you though. But I just feel like, I got all off track. It's just, I feel like we have to just really accept room for change. And if change comes, and that's what we're aiming towards, you know what I mean? I definitely don't think it's okay to always be silent, which I'm not saying this person has done, because I personally don't check that account a lot to know. But just from what I'm hearing from the community, it seems like this person's been silent quite a bit, especially on deeper matters, maybe because of their following, and maybe their following doesn't want to hear about that because maybe they're not in the same lane, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's also not okay. You know what I mean? But from the little things that I do know about this person, I have seen this person share things. And so I just want to clear that up, that I have seen it, and I've actually I've had this person talk to me personally about things that I post and stuff. So I know that conversations are being had. So I feel like we also can't jump to conclusions. We have to we just really have to accept room for change. That's how I feel.
What do you think, Yesenia?
How about you, Yesenia? What do you think?
I have to agree with you. I think a lot of people are on that cancel train where they cancel people out for their actions. I feel like people are willing to work on themselves and be a better person and acknowledge their faults and the things that they're doing in all aspects, not even like just politics, but just in general. Then that person should be allowed to have grace to like work on themselves and become a better person. You know, it falls in all aspects in the knitting community, even with size inclusivity. You know, if somebody's new and they acknowledge that their particular designs are not size inclusive, that they're working on that, and they're kind of educating themselves on growth, right? So you never know what that person has to offer, and that they're willing to learn and change and grow is something that people need to have grace on and be really considerate on. I agree with Gabby. I don't follow this particular person very closely, and I don't have receipts to be like, this is the facts. But I also feel too that just in general, not this particular person, but all accounts, no matter what your platform is, I feel like you should be vocal on the things that are important to you and that matter, because this is your space, this is your platform. So it doesn't matter if you have 500 people following you or 50,000 people following you. You should definitely speak to those tough conversations, even those that you have at home, on your platform, so people know where you stand and it's not a shock to them who you are. You're not putting up a front to please your audience or gain popularity, favoritism, or even more sales. The thing too, I think people were really touched on this particular person is that kind of like what Michael was saying, they didn't see a lot of voice coming from them about particular issues on politics, but they were quick to jump on a train to, even though if the pattern was free, they were quick to jump on a train where the pattern wasn't tech edited. Granted, if it's free, the pattern, even though it's free, was gaining them favoritism, gaining them clicks, views on their profile, getting them downloads on their account. You know, all those are impressions. Those help them boost in some matter. It's not, those things are not always free, right? When people offer something for free, there's always a hidden agenda or price behind it. You either become the highlight in a like a pattern page and become like the most downloaded pattern, and whose face is on there, whose name, right? So I think too, people are kind of like, how are you using your platform for good, right? Where a lot of people were creating Bernie mitten patterns and donating the proceeds to organizations that Bernie felt passionate about. I know there was an amigurumi going around where they were raising proceeds for Meals on Wheels, and that's something I guess Bernie's very passionate about, giving back to the hunger and community. So like people were really listening, even though the pattern wasn't free. They were trying to turn their work into something good, right? Somebody had good intentions. But I think what I'm trying to say is too, you always have to give people grace on their actions, but also figure out what are they trying to get out of it, regardless if you think, oh, well, they're doing me a favor, it's free, but is it? It's kind of like what Gabby said is you have these personal conversations with people, you don't really know behind the scenes what they're working on, but definitely be mindful too of who you support and how you go about doing things. And the thing I kind of joked around, but it's true, and I'll leave it at this, is that in the knitting and crochet community, you don't always have to be the first to do it. You don't always have to be the first one to try to get out a pattern really quick to get noticed. It kind of looks a little thirsty. I don't want to use the word thirsty, but it is. You kind of are like, how many knitting patterns for a mitten do I need? And it started to become where you've seen really good ones, and then some of them were just like rushed. And it's like, you know, you want to also remember your name is on this, and you want to make sure you're putting your best foot forward, and that whatever you're offering people, granted if it's free or $5, that it's the best that you can offer people. Don't.
I love that. Yeah.
You know,
what I think the speed was a big thing for people because the designer wasn't even, like you said, they weren't even going through like the process of putting out an original pattern. They took one of their patterns and then they put the colorwork chart on it. So I agree with what you were saying, where it's kind of like they were trying to jump on this like while it was still there. So you're right. I feel like the exchange was not monetary in this instance. It was more of like engagement, followers, attention, that type of stuff. So the exchange is there. The pattern is not free. It has been crafted to be this exchange that is not monetary. So I do agree that it was created very hastily in an attempt to ride the train while it was still going. But yeah, I agree with everything that y'all said, all of it. I think we're all on the same page about this.
Yeah.
It's a really good conversation, and you know what? Now that you were talking more about this too, I think people would have felt a lot better if that particular person did charge at least something and donated the money, you know, and
yeah, that's very true.
And if they would have, you know, just acted like they were interested in making the sweater pattern as a pattern, like that, you know, like the way that it was done, it was like, oh, this isn't really something that I want to spend a lot of time on. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
really interested
And
in this.
And I think also, though, when the pattern came out so quick, people didn't have time to even be able to research, to be able to execute it properly. Like, not everyone knew that they were made from sweaters, because they were just cut up sweaters ultimately, but not everybody knew that. So we knew that they were handmade, you know? So for one, people are making the pattern and kind of ripping people off, you know what I mean? And then charging for it. But I mean, now we know it was just sweaters. So it's just like there wasn't enough time to be able to execute it like easily enough, because if that was the case, I'm sure she might have been able to, you know, sell the pattern, and then donate it if she gave herself a little bit more time. And then now it's just like, ugh, it just doesn't look good, you know?
Right.
Well, there's like a story behind a lot of these patterns. Like, people are not crediting her for her being a supporter of Bernie, and how she crafted these out of recycled sweaters, and how she gifted them to him for his campaigns, and blah, blah, blah. You know, like, some people explain the story behind something, even if she didn't knit them. And like what you said, Gabby, nobody really even gave her a chance to see if she wanted to make a pattern or be approached by somebody to do a collab to make a pattern. So I feel like a lot of people are justifying that, oh, it was a cut-up sweater, so it's not really her design. But then pasting like Bernie's face on all their slides of their pattern, and like really, how do you say, like monetizing? Is that the word? On his face, on his name.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, like, I seen a post somewhere where it says people don't want to be a part of the hard truth or oppression until it's suitable for them or it's comfortable for them. Like, nobody wants to sit here in discomfort and talk about all the things they're uncomfortable with, politics, and the things that are important and that matter, until it suits their narrative. You know, like you said, instead of like a carefree, oh, he's wearing knitted mittens and it has to do with politics, let's make a pattern. It's carefree. There's nothing tied that has to bring any discomfort. So those people that are not very vocal on those important topics are quick to jump on something like this. And I'm just like, and I think that's where a lot of people were kind of like, whoa, you never want to talk about politics until it's all about sunshine and rainbows. But
right.
I don't know the right words. You can definitely.
Yeah, that was the big thing. People they were just like, you don't want to participate when it's uncomfortable for you. Why do you want to participate when it's comfortable? Like, I mean, the reasons are obvious, but we don't like that, you know, we don't like that behavior.
Yeah. And I'm not grouping her into these people, but there's also the people who still have not said anything. You know what I mean? And even people that I know what side they sit on, but it's just like, for you to just still have this platform and not say anything is almost like worse than even like someone else messing up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Silence is agreement. And, you know, it doesn't even have to like stem to like designers, because I've seen a lot of, I don't know about you too, but I've seen a lot of indie dyers making sweater or like mitten kits and sweater kits in those colors that have been really silent about certain issues that are trying to profit off of this as well. So
yeah, so it's not even just one person, it's just that one person got the conversation fired up. But there's definitely other people that I think could move a little bit more thoughtfully, I guess.
One good thing that came out of all of it is that we finally have like this designer's political preference. Like, we know where their values align, because she's obviously a Bernie supporter. So that's one good thing that has come out of this. But I feel like it's very important for you we shouldn't have had to wait this long to know that. Like, the value should, like, me personally, I have on my page, if you go to my page, I have a photo of myself, and I have a list of things that are kind of like rules for my page, like Black Lives Matter,
LGBT are very safe here. You know, I just wrote a list of all of my values and morals, and then I feel like that should be, everyone should have that on their page so that everyone is very clear on who you are as a person.
I don't mean to like, I don't want to be I don't want to come off as rude, but I have to kind of disagree with you on that, on the point of now we know where this particular person stands. I feel like just because you share a picture of something doesn't mean that's what you're about either. That's what I'm saying. The tensions are not really clear. Is this person particularly like supportive of this person, or are they just, again, trying to profit off favorability with people? That's what I'm saying. I could easily sit here and wear like a fast food chain on my t-shirt and be like, oh yeah, Yesenia like digs with that fast food chain, but I'll be over here eating chicken nuggets at a different place that has nothing to do with this particular place, but I got the t-shirt for free, so I'll wear a free t-shirt. You know, I mean,
I have to disagree with you, because I wouldn't be posting about something that I didn't agree with, or if that makes sense. Like, if you like, let's say, yeah, you mostly eat somewhere else. That's like, I'm not saying it's completely different. I'm trying to stick to that analogy. But like, if you absolutely like hated Chick-fil-A, you're not going to wear a Chick-fil-A shirt. You know what I mean? Even if it's like just a fast food chain. If you don't like it, you're not going to wear one, even if it's like trendy. You know what I mean? I mean, personally, that's how I think, but
see, like everybody, I'm not saying this particular person, I'm not saying they don't, I'm not saying that this particular person does not support this person. I'm just saying be careful, because not what everybody posts is really what they stand by either. That's not like, oh no, she does not support this person because she just posted this pattern. No, I'm just saying be careful, just to everybody, because this is like more of an awareness talk, and our thoughts about it. I'm not saying, I don't know her intentions. I can't sit here and say she's not a supporter of this person. Yeah. I'm saying just be careful, just because somebody does post it, that we assume they are. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I know a lot of people, because we're talking about food and we love talking about food, and this is our but I know a lot of people that don't like Chick-fil-A's standpoint on a lot of their morals and stuff. They'd be the first ones to line up in that drive-thru for their chicken sandwich. Just saying. No, but I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying, I guess what I was kind of disagreeing with Michael, what I meant is like, just because she posted that picture doesn't mean we're 100% sure. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not saying she's not either. Just saying for all of us, just be aware and be careful, because
I know exactly what you mean. I have friends who are part of the LGBTQA+ community, and their favorite food is Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, where are your morals? Is it
save for Hobby Lobby? There'll be LGBT people walking into Hobby Lobby.
Like, okay, let's reel it back. That's funny. But yeah, so we also, did everybody clear up what they wanted to say on that topic?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we also want to hear what y'all have to say. It's a safe place, no matter what your opinion is. I don't want people in the comments arguing or anything like that. That's not what it's here for. We all have different opinions, and as long as we're open to listening, that's what matters, because we can't move forward without change, right? So next we're going to do something kind of fun. Michael was going to do a little bit of a reading for us, or I don't know what it's called. It's called Pick a Card. They're tarot cards. Michael, tell us more.
Yeah, we haven't done the zodiac, the astrological signs in a sec, and we don't really have, people commenting to tell us what they want to hear. So we're going to do a pick card this time. Leave your signs in the comments below too, if you would like for the next podcast us to include your astrological sign. But for this one, I have 3 cards here. We have a blue one, a black one, and a golden red one. So just pause the video, take a sec to look them over, decide which one is calling to you, and we're going to give you a message that you need to hear right now. Okay, so if you chose the black card, you got the 3 of Cups. And the message that the 3 of Cups has for you is that you need to spend some more time with your friends and family. You may be getting caught up in work life, or just in general, just not spending enough time around them. So there's some people that are missing you, maybe just spend a little bit of time with your best friend that you haven't seen for a minute, or maybe you've been away from your family. So just spend some time with your family. It'd be good for you. If you chose the blue card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And this card is telling you to let go for a minute. Just ride the train, you know, just like, don't try to control things so much. Maybe just step back and let life take you wherever life wants to take you. Sometimes controlling things doesn't make life as fun. And then finally, if you chose the red and gold card, we have the Hierophant, which is actually telling you the opposite thing. You may be not controlling life enough. So if you chose this card, you need to put a little bit more control into your life. Then maybe there's some responsibilities that you're skipping over or you're being a little bit lazy about. So a little bit more control would be good for you right now. I hope this were helpful for you guys. Did you guys like yours? I know you guys picked one earlier. Did you guys like your message?
I did like mine.
I kind of got lost and I forgot which, like both those cards look the same, and I was gonna be like, is that Gabby's sparkly one? But then she was like this, so I'm like, I guess that's hers. So I couldn't really emotionally take it in because I couldn't remember which one I picked.
I was reading those and Senia's like confused the entire time. So on brand.
What do you mean? Or something? Oh my goodness.
Gabby.
I've done it 4 times already.
I
You
know.
look away every time.
If you guys don't know what she's doing, I'm going to drop a link to a TikTok below.
She's so ridiculous. I love it. I love that we all, no matter what the conversations are that we have as friends, like we always have different points to bring to the table.
Mhm.
And not all the time we might agree with it. But in the end, like after we explain ourselves and we think we're disagreeing with each other, sometimes we're all like, oh, wait, that's exactly what I meant. But just like really talking it through. Like
Yeah.
I was just clarifying on something with Michael and I probably didn't word my words correctly. And then Gabby's like, I disagree. And I'm like, what? But you know, that just shows that if you surround yourself with people that have similar values as you do and really strong thoughts on things that they care about and that they believe in, that you guys can have really rich conversations with those people. And a lot of times you're not going to agree, but usually you will agree on the things that you both support or you guys believe in.
It's those really deep, hard beliefs that you want to make sure that you agree on. When it's the smaller things, it's okay. Like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Like just remember, like, as you seen us conversate about this, like we do have our own opinions off camera, but like in the end of the day, they're not about morals or things that we strongly believe on. They're just probably about which dry shampoo or what kind of wine we like, but
what we should be dipping our Oreos in.
Oh my. Or what you dip your Oreos in. Exactly. So I just wanted to say that.
Well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode. So remember, leave your zodiac signs. Let us know your opinions. No rude comments. We will delete you. All right. Have a good day.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.